Welcome to the back of the Jeep and another Disc Golf Debrief. I just finished up a round comparing the Opto-X Latitude 64 Keystone to the Royal Grand Latitude 64 Peak and thought I'd share my thoughts about the round. So first off, these two discs are ones that I've really been enjoying. The Keystone I have a long time love for. I love the way the mold is shaped, particularly the bevel on the front, especially the flatter edge feels great in my hand. I putt with Keystones. It just, everything about that feels right. And as a throwing putter, it's neutral to a bit understable, although the Opto-X is the most stable of those, of this mold. The Royal Grand Peak is a beaded pure, so more of a classic AVR with a little micro bead on it. And I've really enjoyed it against all counts. It is a lower glide, slightly more stable, but still fairly neutral putter. And in my mind, these two particular discs have been trying to occupy the same space in my bag. And what I learned today is that they shouldn't. They really are unique. I think there's space for both of them. The Opto-X Keystone is slightly more stable than the other Keystones. It doesn't really want to turn unless you push it, but there's a lot less bite at the end. I would think of this as being really straight. The other thing about the Keystone is that it is glidey and actually goes significantly farther than the Peak. Quite honestly, on this round, both discs scored 6 under through 9 on the local pitch and putt here at Johns Island City Park, but they did so in different ways. And I think it was because I was having trouble adjusting how I was throwing back and forth. I needed to power down on shorter holes with this where I just blew past the basket. And I kept kind of neglecting that this disc will fly too. They'll both move. So struggled a little bit there, made up for it with some decent putting. Love them both. Very straight. This is a more traditional neutral to stable putter. If you put it on the hyzer line, it will really hold it. I got a nice little chain out on this from a skip. So very great disc. But if you want the hyzer line, I think this is the one I need. And if I want the straight line, that's what this does for me. Just a note about the plastics. The Royal Grand plastic is fantastic. It's that opaque premium plastic. It's a little gummy, not super gummy, but grippy, downright grippy. It's got some give to it. The Opto-X is definitely stiffer. It's still got a little bit of give, but it doesn't feel quite as sticky in the hand. It's a little slick. I am waiting for the day that we get Gold Line or Royal Grand Line Keystones. Those will be most excellent discs. Please make them. I am excited that they're releasing the Keystone in Zero Pros. I might end up switching to those for my putting putters as well as a throwing putter. I don't know. I imagine it'll beat into a super awesome, like flip to flat or Anheuser Keystone. Could be really nice. Anyway, so that's my thoughts. I think the Keystone I still love. It feels so good in the hand. The Peak's a little less comfortable. Plastic's better here. Overstable. It'll finish. Not beefy, but it'll finish. More neutral. Very straight flying, very far flying putter. You should try both. Hope you'll join me next time. Until then, remember to rejoice in Christ, meditate on His Word, and enjoy His world. See you later.